Hi, my name is Dan Kubeka, and this is a Heidi Roizen oral case analysis assignment. Answers for question 1 and 2. Heidi was able to display her strength to build relationships early on. She had a contact within a company she was pursuing a position. She contacted the hiring manager. She contacted the manager in charge of the hiring. She built a relationship over the phone. Her strength to do that proved to be valuable. She landed a position within the company. This gave her the opportunity to continue with her strengths of building her networks and also building relationships. She was able to brush shoulders with executives and even the CEO in these top management meetings. This proved to be valuable as she was pursuing her graduate studies. She had the CEO write her a letter of recommendation. After her graduate studies, she became part of a company named Table Maker. She had to display her problem solving and her outgoing strengths. Um, like this company didn't have as much capital as others. She had to aggressively campaign and also build awareness of the company's product. Heidi's strong desire to meet new and interesting people proved to be valuable. She built relationship with members of the press, using her persuasion strengths to influence them to publish their products into some of their publications. She displayed her outgoing strength by attending many industry conferences and also events. Heidi had a strength of also maximizing the conversation. She would bring one or two great ideas to the conversation. In addition, Heidi's outgoing personality strength proved to be valuable at this point in her career. She also joined technically oriented groups. She was able to join the Software Publishers Association board, which in it also, and to buy this, it actually gave her significant industry exposure and opportunity to display her strength of meeting new, smart, interesting people, which actually proved to be valuable. She was later elected president of the SPA. This proved to be helpful in her long run of her expanding her network. Going into the VP stage, as she was at Apple, all of her prior strengths were about to be tested. Currently Apple's market was on a decline. She had to display her networking and relationship skills and called in favors to executives and CEOs to influence them to stay with Mac. This proved to be successful when Apple landed a one pager on the Wall Street Journal with clippings of CEOs proclaiming their affinity for Macintosh. Heidi's consistency and performance strength of maintaining and leveraging her networks paid off. She also displayed strengths of being confidential and also being neutral in conversation. She had to meet with one of her good friends, Bill Gates. That was with Microsoft, and Microsoft and Apple were doing business. She was also instrumental with the mending of their relationship, which was actually once bitter. This leads into her mentor. This leads into her mentor capitalist stage. She was recruited by Preview Systems because she displayed strengths of her strategic planning, building organizations, and marketing her industry contacts. She was also pleasant to work with. That's a strength in my mind. If you're not pleasant to work with, nobody wants to work with you. Since she was pleasant to work with, she was able to recruit 6 or 7 individuals from Apple to come work under the company she's mentoring. If she did not have the reputation of being pleasant to work with, she probably would not be able to do that. Her strength of networking proved to be her biggest strength. She would increase her network with one rule of thumb, ensure both parties benefit from the connection. Going into her venture capitalist stage, it was her mentoring ability and her network that landed her the position at SoftBank Venture. Her also creditability is proven by this time which is like a big criteria for business leaders. This is a critical strength in her role by giving her the ability to stay connected and create value for the company. She was very conscious at sustaining her network. So there's actually several concepts out of the other articles that I can actually apply to Heidi. Going to chapter 1, David Hornick, he actually created a atmosphere to build relationships, and also going to Adam Rifkin, he did the same thing. I would apply that to Heidi when she would open her house for dinner parties. She would invite personal and also professional friends. She would ensure that she invited different people so they'd give a chance for others to be able to network. Also in the chapter 3, George Mayer, he was actually reviewing colleagues' scripts because they asked him to. I actually applied this with Roizen when she was reviewing business plans. She didn't have to give her time to review business plans her company was not going to fund, except it could be proven, it actually could be proven to be valuable in the long run, because if you gave feedback to a business plan that even though you didn't fund it, they could just say, wow, she did this because she had like a giver, as in, she had that giver instinct. And then going to chapter 6, from what I got out of that concept was a burnout concept, which I could apply that to Heidi because she basically burned out of Apple. She was getting 300 emails a day, sitting in 8 to 10 hour, I mean, like, it was 8 to 10 hours a day sitting in meetings. She just got burned out. And also going into chapter 7, the tit for tat, I actually applied this because Roizen had her actual one rule of thumb that she made sure if she made contacts, made sure both parties were going to benefit from it. I actually applied that to the tit for tat in chapter 7 because she wanted to make sure one of them was not just going to benefit. It was going to be the tit for tat. And also, as I was reading the article on the persuasion, there were several things that I identified that also Heidi, also the concepts of her strengths was a liking. She was able to build networks. She was well liked. And then the social proof and also the power to influence, that showed when they landed that one-page Wall Street Journal. And also the use of how to build your network. And she understood that she needed to get in, and if she understood that she needed to get into different individuals to the party, just like the article said, if you've actually introduced yourself to your key contacts more than 65% of the time, your network could be too inbred. And also, instead of Heidi had everybody's trust. She was considered a super connector. Thank you.